All right, guys, it's Friday afternoon, just at like 3:30, and I'm here at my new buddy Craig's house, just out of Lubec, Maine. His old Zeke is down there in the garage, where he's been since yesterday afternoon, and just been hanging out with Craig today, and he just showed me the town. And again, I shot that little bit of video out on his boat with his buddy Mark, and show his flowers here too. These are beautiful, and he's on a beautiful piece of property here. He's on 9 acres, and so like I said, we were out on the boat, went out, left Lubec and went out where Canada, and was on both sides of us, really, just different islands. And there's this one island, I forget what they were calling it, but it's where Franklin Roosevelt, President Roosevelt, had like a, I don't know, home or summer home or some Campobello or something like that, and went out to his lighthouse and just seeing whales and porpoises. The whales evidently were minkies, which I'd never even heard of before, but there's other whales in the area, these finbacks and humpbacks and all that stuff. But we just saw the minkies. But still, I mean, to me, a whale is a whale, so it's pretty impressive, pretty amazing either way. And that's his saltwater pontoon boat there, and his old Toyota Tundra there. It's got over 300,000 miles on it, which is pretty impressive, like 309,000 miles. But anyhow, this is just looking out from his back deck here, out across his property, which is beautiful. And there I am, just chilling on his deck. He actually even had to leave for a while, and he just left me here at the house to hang out, and told me, want anything to eat or whatever, help myself. And just, I mean, how cool is that? I just met this guy yesterday down at actually the harbor, and I was down there taking some selfies with the water behind me there, sitting on Zeke, and he walked up and asked if I wanted him to take some pictures. And we talked there for a minute, and he said, I'm a believer, and I said, I am too. I'm not even sure how that came up, but and he had asked if I was going to be in town, and I said no. I said, I think I stayed at the Eastland Motel last night. I said, but I'm about to, I'm gonna roll out or something. And he said, oh man, that's a shame, or you could have went out with me or something like that. And I kind of, oh yeah, sure, I mean, that's nice, but I mean, people say stuff, and I didn't necessarily think he was that serious. But then I went and I did well, no, I'd already done the lighthouse, the Quoddy Head Lighthouse. So I was riding back up the road here, planning on heading out. And I went past the gas station that I'd stopped at earlier to get some gas. But this time, I just went past it. I turned on this road right next to it. And I was just shooting some GoPro and wanted to ride down the road. And, actually, I was turning around. There was a store I'd passed I wanted to go back to. That's why I was doing it. But anyhow, when I went past the gas station, I saw his pontoon boat there that I'd seen him with, down at the docks. Him and some friends of his. They were just coming back in. It's when we had met. But anyhow, so I saw the pontoon and I realized that was his, and I didn't see him. But so I went down the road. I turned around. I came back, and as I'm coming back up towards the stop sign, he's standing there next to the boat, and he waves me over, and he says, you want to spend the night at the house tonight and go out on the boat tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, really? And so yeah, that's what I've done. We ran around last night, went up the, I think it's called Calais, about an hour from here, went up to the Walmart, and then went to Subway and got us some dinner, and then we came back here to town, and we went to the Thursday night Bible study there at the local church that he goes to, or one of the churches he goes to. And a young man named David, that's the pastor there, read the word, and I met Austin and Tammy, and then Craig and I. It was just us there at the Bible study last night, but it was good. It was good to be with those guys and to hear the word. So that was cool. But then we just came back to the house, and Actually, we drove around a little bit. He did show me, a little bit of sightseeing. But we came back here and was just up late last night, just sitting in there in his living room and talking and just hanging out. And then today he made breakfast, and we had this good eggs and bacon breakfast. And actually, we might have done the sightseeing. We might have again drove around before that. But anyhow, regardless, we ate breakfast, and he made me coffee. He's not a coffee drinker, but he keeps a coffee pot in there and made coffee, and made a good cup of coffee too for not being a coffee drinker. And then again, we went out on the boat, met his buddy Mark, and Mark is who was with him yesterday. Mark and his wife, and who was out with yesterday, and it sounded like they go out with him quite a bit and have a just really good close relationship. But Mark's quite a guy. Mark's birthday is today, actually, and he's 69 years old. So happy birthday to you, Mark, and God bless you, brother. And it's just so good to meet you, man. And as with Craig, man, just what a guy, and just what a blessing, man, just how God works. And to meet this guy, and to be a brother, and to take me into his home, and again, I'm staying another night. He had mentioned, I thought I was going to roll on and go to this place down here, Cutler Public Lands and Camp. But he had offered me to stay again tonight, and then tomorrow they're in town. They have it's a Labor Day tradition, Labor Day weekend, where the town is invaded by pirates. They come in by land, air, and sea. Evidently, they come in by either plane or helicopter. They ride in on motorcycles. They're in boats, and everybody's dressed like pirates, and they're like throwing water balloons and shooting water balloons at people out of like water balloon cannons and stuff. And it's evidently this whole big deal. And he had mentioned, again, staying for that and staying here again tonight. And I said, well, I got to think about it. But I think, well, why wouldn't I? So what a blessing. And I just can't say enough about the generosity. And again, here he's off, had to leave, like I said, for a while, and just left me in his house, man, and just didn't think anything about it. But we're brothers, and that makes all the difference. It really does. And I just can't thank the Lord enough. What a bonus, and just what a guy. He's a retired federal agent, and it sounds like he has had quite a career, and he's been a contractor in Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff, working with our army and stuff over there as a contractor. So the dude has seen some stuff, I'm sure, but you would never know it. Just pleasant disposition, and just a kind guy. And again, his relationship with God, I know, makes all that difference. So that's all I'm going to say. It's September 2nd, again, Friday afternoon, just about Labor Day weekend, and I am blessed to be here still in Lubec, Maine, hanging out at Craig's house, just chilling. All right.